Well, we're gonna work on the Dakota today. Picked up a new thermostat just in case, and got the water pump. So hopefully that'll fix whatever problems I got with it leaking coolant everywhere, and we'll see what that gets us. Had to add 2 quarts oil. She was kind of low on oil, so it's either leaking it or burning it, one of the two. We'll find out more once we start running around with it. So that will be today's project. There is no doubt that water pump's junk. I don't know if it's picking up good on camera or not, but yeah. All right. Well, can't stop this pulley from spinning on the belt, so we're just gonna say fuck it. We're gonna take it off. The replacement water pump's got a new pulley, so I'll just find a way to stop that pulley and then bust it off. But yeah, she's junk. Well, you can get the fan off, the water pump off with the fan on. So what I kind of did right now is I busted up the plastic prop. Kind of got the shaft in there now, and we're going to try and get that fan off. And like that, we got her off. So clamped her down real tight. Used a hammer with the clutch fan rental toolkit from Bottle Zone, and simply put that on there and used a hammer and hit on the wrench and busted her loose. So yay, got that done. So we got my battery in loosely because yeah, filled her up with some swamp water. It's all in there. Found that lying on the bottom, so that's never a good thing. So might not have a thermostat in it, don't know, but at the moment kind of don't care. So you know what I don't see? Leaks. So I think we got her fixed. Which I think is time for a little bit of a test drive. Make sure the transmission and all that stuff shifts. Yeah, perfect. Well, after my little test drive, she's not overheating, good voltage. Oil pressure seems kinda high. Even put 15 bucks in fuel, which actually gave me quite a bit. I thought it wasn't even gonna give me that much fuel. It's got heat, so the previous person said it's got nothing for heat. I think that was part of the problem, it was all blowing out the bottom of the water pump. I don't know what it sounds like, boiling a little bit, but I don't know if but I mean, heck, it even runs better now, just driving it. So this up here works. What else? Averaging 14.4, 35 degrees outside. but the only thing I like to make sure works. But right now is not the time due to I'm by myself. But don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I got one offer for it to buy it, and the guy wants it for parts. I got another guy who's interested in it solely for parts. So I mean, they're not really big offers. So I don't know if I should keep it. I mean, there's no more dripping. When I drove it to the gas station, underneath it was nice and dry. I was glad I had enough gas to make it there. I don't know, so everything else seems pretty good. I mean, stuff's working, so that's, you know, it's a little low on brake fluid. It's pretty black. So I could probably use like a tune-up and stuff like that eventually. Probably would help it out a lot. It was 2 quarts low on oil, so I had oil to her, but I don't know, maybe should I, because if I keep it, I'd want to set a different wheels on it, 15s, and I'd probably take the tires off my Ford F-250 and put them on here. And then it's got good tires. And then drive it, I guess. I don't know. So, no clue what I'm going to do yet. Out of all the Mopar products, other than like, I like the 60s and 70s Mopars. And Chryslers and Plymouths and stuff. And then in the 90s. But I like this body style of Ford, like truck, SUV. I think the early 90s and 80s are kind of ugly, so that's my opinion. But so I like this body style, and it's like, I don't know. I know the fog lights work. Sounds like I got a bad blinker bulb somewhere. Must be low on blinker fluid. Reservoir must have a leak. But yeah, so no clue what I'm going to do with it, because if I keep it, from looking online and what other people do with these is what I do, because right now I guess it's kind of hard to tell, but I mean, I don't know if it's even worth keeping with the rockers all rotten, but right now this leaf spring in the rear goes under the axle. I put the axle under the leaf spring and maybe get different keys in the front to lift it up a little bit, because I think it would look nicer, taller. But so I'd get a couple inches out of it. But I don't know. I mean, all I got so far stuck into it is $70 for a water pump. That's it. So this is so far my $70 SUV. And I think like $20 in fuel. So let's just round up and say it's $100. It's a $100 SUV. I don't know. Makes one wonder.